Hey, that's that jab right there. Yeah. Hey, 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 hey. Y'all know what it is, man. It's Wesley Charles, Bleedy Babe. I'm your host. It's another show, Web with the Mess. Go ahead. So this is another show with Web with the Mess. Wesley Charles, your host. And let's just get to it, man. As you can see in the title, we're gonna discuss singleness and manhood. Let me pull up. We're gonna discuss singleness and manhood, and we're gonna get to talking about this, man. It's a big crisis in the United States of what's going on. But before we get into everything, give me one moment. Before we get into everything, we gotta talk about this, man. So when it comes to relationships, if y'all had tuned into the last one, relationships are built between two people, right? It can be a person, place, or thing. It could be you and somebody else, you and a guy, you and a girl, you as same sex, you and I don't know, a dog, whatever it is. It could be you and your dog. It could be you and this guy or a spiritual being. You have to build relationships. We are naturally wired for relationships. But here in the United States, in the Western society, we are totally moved with this new phenomenon of freedom, right? Freedom, independence, INDEPENDENT. Do you know? We're all independent, whatever that means, right? And there's like this situation with singleness. Now, you see the title says singleness and manhood. So this is a two-part. That's four. I apologize. I got two fingers up, but with both hands, it's four. This is a two-part. And within this two-part, we're talking about singleness first, and then we'll talk about manhood. Singleness, and I'm getting all these stats from psychpost.org. So if y'all want to fact check me, check that out. As well as Pew Research, which is national data from the U.S. Census Bureau. Also from Washington, D.C., U.S. Census Bureau. I forgot the website. It's probably Bureau or uscensus.gov. And you can check these things out. As well as insider.com, which is another highly rated research platform that gets this data from multiple sources. So singleness, and I would say this is being single is cool. It's cool. I ain't gonna lie to you. Being single is cool. It's not as bad as everybody think it is, but it's not as cracked up as everybody wants it. Psych posts will say singleness is having more time to oneself, which is the truth. I'm single. I do whatever I want. You can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. You can live however you want. There's no judgment. And from Psych Post, they say these are three top things people have said in the United States about singleness that they like. They like the fact that they can work on their self-development. Everybody's saying they're working on them. I have no idea what that means. I have no idea. I'm working on me. I'm doing my thing. What is that? Well, I'm working out. I'm able to stay home. Nobody telling me what to do, right? I'm able to focus on my goals, whatever the goals that is. Probably, I don't know, doing your thing. I'm able to date wherever I want, flirt wherever I want. So singleness is huge. You get to dictate your own actions. That's another one that Psych Post has said. Focus on your own goals and work on yourself, which is really good. And the reason why people are single, right? The reason why people are single and they're trying to do whatever they want, do whatever they do, and handle their own business, is because when they look at relationships nowadays, modern society, when they look at relationships, they be like, nah, I don't really like that. And what people say that they don't really like when they talk about singleness, and they're appreciating their own internal, body, mind, spirit, is that they don't want to experience bad emotions. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna stay single until I see somebody who's gonna care for me the way that I care for me, right? Experience the same things that I experience and want to share that experience, right? And what I mean by that is somebody who appreciates me, somebody who's gonna be affectionate to me, somebody who's going to add value to me, somebody who's not going to be controlling or demanding on the things that I want to do and need to do in life, and somebody who's going to accept me for who I am. Most people try to avoid experiencing bad emotional experiences, right? For instance, people rather stay single whenever they see somebody else break up, and in the next 3 weeks they get on Facebook and they're like, "Oh, I found my boo, love of my life." I could throw out some hot tea for everybody because I got names on top of this book. Everybody on Facebook, y'all know who these people is. Every month, you got a new boo. Oh, this my king. Every month, he got a new boo. Oh, I love this girl. She my girl. And you posting like, bro, what is you running away from? Are you scared of being alone? Are you scared of being lonely? Are you scared of being isolated? That's one thing that people don't want. Like, I want to be with somebody, but I'd rather be by myself than be with somebody who's going to abuse me or neglect me, right? I'm going to avoid all that abuse. I'm going to avoid all the neglect. I'm going to avoid all that napping in my ear. Like, I don't want that, right? And whenever I try to pursue something of that, somebody always becomes like a shit show. Like, why are you being a dummy? Bro, I just want to love you and you making it difficult for me to love you. You see multiple times on different reels for relationships, they're talking about, well, I want peace. I just want to be able to have fun. I want to laugh. I want to share these things. I need somebody who's empathetic. Like, you have all these people requesting these full demands. Matter of fact, I promise you, I wish everybody walked around with billboards on their head, electronic billboards that said, "Mofo, don't fuck around with me." Or it says, "I need this out of you. If you don't want to pursue this, stay away from me." Right? Like a little F off on the top of their forehead. Because if you aren't going to put in the effort and be efficient or consistent and really be intentional about courting me, right? Then leave me alone. Then leave me alone. Leave me alone. Go about your way. Let's not waste our time. And let's just keep it pimping. Because nowadays, people will jump into relationships to have relationships, right? I just want to lay with you. I'm just trying to have fun for the moment. Then 8 months come down the road, 4 years come down the road, and you still stuck in this situationship. What Jada Pinkett Smith said, you're entangled. You still stuck in these entanglements. I'd rather not deal with those entanglements, right? The other thing that people stay single for, and the U.S. data said 79% of men does this more than females, and females do this as well. They have females at about 61. Is that you have the freedom to flirt around, right? So people would love to flirt around. They would love to try to find their different choices, and that's okay. Whenever you flirt around or you have this freedom, it's really called casual dating and casual sexual relations. Right? People just want something casual. I never knew how casual just became sexual in any terms, but it's become that, right? It's become a way for us to figure out what we want in bed, what we want out of our partners, and our different partners have different things, right? And what you realize is everybody that you kind of choose is nearly the same person until you meet somebody different and it makes you feel uncomfortable. Right now I feel uncomfortable because maybe I had shitty boyfriends and girlfriends in the past that always judged me, always handicapped me, and didn't allow me to express myself the way that I wanted to express myself, didn't allow me to be free to who I am, didn't allow me to think the way that I needed to think in situations, and always belittled me. And because of that, I am comfortable more to this abuse and this neglect. So when somebody new comes in, right, it's uncomfortable because now I don't know why you being so nice. Why you saying that? You might have other intentions. You might be going a different way. You might be trying to manipulate me or abuse me or pin me in this box. So many times, especially within our early years, because we're casually dating, we're picking pieces from people, and everybody's different. Everybody's completely different. I don't care if you dated Jack, John, DeAndre, what's another guy's name? What is Nino, Nick? What's another guy's name? I forgot all guys' name. Roger. Whether guy that you date, the main thing they probably all have is they're all dumb. Let's just be honest. Guys, I'm going to speak for the guy party. We're all dumb. We're simple and dumb. We're just, we going to do this, and we say we going to do it, and we going to continue to do it, and we going to mess up and continue to do that shit. We're going to let you know what we do up front, and women sometimes they be like, damn, is he really that dumb? Yes, we're really that dumb. We're going to always mess up in this category. But outside of that, based on how we grew up, right, our upbringing from 0 to 5 and 6 through 14, that's really changed the way that we developed in life. And then about 15 through 24, it kind of molded us to who we are. And now we're freaking stuck, right? So now you have to deal with the other side of me that you never grew up and saw, right? So you, in that sense, say, hey, look, I met John. He's such a fabulous guy, but John is a prick and he's a misogynist. Or I met DeAndre. DeAndre is perfect and DeAndre has commitment issues. Or I met Roger. Roger's a bad boy. He's athletic. He's such a great father figure, but Roger's stuck in that reentry type of mindset. When I say reentry, for any folks who don't know what that means, I'm just stuck in the bad boy mindset, and I continue to repeat offend and go into the streets more than I pay attention to you, right? So sometimes you find those, and that's for females. For guys, women are, I don't care what anybody say, women are different. Easy as that, women are different. Not every single woman is not the same. They're not. Women think different, they act different, they lived in a comparative life, so the way they compete, it might not be psychological to us, but it really is to them because that's what they see. And women need a lot of reassurance because so many different times they've been beat down in relationships from Roger, John, DeAndre, Dominic, Alejandro. You feel me? Like all of these guys, they've tried so many times and they continue to try because they're trying to find the one for them, right? And the one for them is not the one for them because so many times they've been abused, so they have to put up this shield and this barrier. So every single time a guy tries to go into a relationship and he says, man, I don't know why she acting the way she acting. Well, did you ask her about her prior relationships? Right? Did you do your research and your homework on her? And she might say she has changed and we all need time for healing. There is one subjective matter for that time for healing. It always comes back. There's always a trigger. And if you're a portion of that trigger, they're going to refrain from you for a moment because they feel uncomfortable. So because of that, that's why women want to stay single. They don't want to feel triggered. They don't want to have that emotional imbalance, spiritual imbalance, mental imbalance. So you have to add a different level of value to that lady. And many guys sometimes don't have that competitive piece to at least compliment that woman. And Insider has said these are some benefits for being single. And this can go for both parties. One, I need space to think. Period. If I'm not feeling this relationship or if you acting crazy, I'm going to back up. I need space to think. Like, shorty, like, hey, slow it down. You yapping right now. Or slow it down. You going way too fast. I need about two days, 24 hours, right? 24 to 72 hours. Just let me think and make sure that I'm going in the right track with you. Or let me have this time to just figure things out and I'll be right back to you. We would want somebody to compliment us in that way because communication is key. And most people say, oh, you need to communicate, you need to talk to me. I'm trying to talk to you. You don't understand what I'm saying. I don't understand what you're saying. We need some space to figure this out because sometimes you need to back up to come back. If you step back and you see things from a different perspective, it'll open your eyes. Right? So one is a need space to think. That's why people love to be single at this moment in time. Two, people love having that singleness because they get time for themselves for physical activity. I want to go out and go to the Grand Canyon. If I'm tied down, let's say with a kid, or if I'm tied down in a relationship, sometimes the things that I like to do, you won't like to do. And if you don't like to do it, well, guess what? I'm in a relationship. I'm gonna make her compromise. I'm gonna do the things that we like to do. Regardless of how I feel, regardless of what I think, I'm gonna do what we like to do, right? It's a sacrifice. But then, shoot, you give me some space, deuces, I'm gonna do what I like to do, right? I had dated once a girl, I didn't even date her. I had asked her out. She denied me. And one of our dates that we went on was to the gym. I went to go work out. I thought she was gonna work out with me. Guess what this girl did? She went on a treadmill, right? So I already hit my warm up. She came a little late. She went on a treadmill. I saw her. I was like, yeah, I can wait for you. She said, no, I'll go ahead and go get a stadium. I'll be there. 2 minutes in, this girl was gone. I was at the gym by myself, 15 minutes waiting on her. I thought she was gonna come. Did not come. I was ghosted. She didn't like going to the gym. It would have been easily communicated. Tell me you didn't like going to the gym. I like working out, right? Your body, your mind, your spirit always needs some type of physical activity or some type of push. So you're gonna be in great balance. And plus, it's good for your health. Heller, right? So some people, when you're single, you like doing some physical activity. The other one, when you're single, you keep better friends. I see it all the time. I got a son. I go out with him. I went out to the Barley House just, a few weeks ago on I think a Saturday. It's either a Saturday or a Sunday. I went out. I saw a group of folks that I knew back in college, and they were all having fun. Friend group. I think they all was wearing pink for some weird reason. I don't know why. And they're like, Wesley, what's up? And I was just like, how you guys doing? And there goes me in a matching outfit with my son, and they was like, oh my gosh, you guys are so cute. And I was like, man, how does it feel to be a parent? I said, it's pretty dope, but I don't get to do what you do because I got to prioritize my time differently, right? I got to see things differently. You get to keep better friends whenever you're single. Like all your single friends go out, you do all fun things, y'all can go golf carting, but when you're tied down, you have to at least consult the other person of what y'all want to do during that day or how y'all want to do it and what activities y'all want to do and move forward with. For me, I got a kid. Ain't none of that. I'm not going to lie to you. I pour into him. You feel me? My son is 5 now. I pour into him as much as possible. This is one of his most crucial years of development and growth. So my friends, they take the back seat for me. I love y'all. What's up? If y'all ever see me out, y'all already know what it is. But I'm here for him. I'm no longer there for anybody else. So when you're single, you get to keep better track of your friends and make different memories with them. The fourth thing that Insider.com has said about being single is that you're financially better. Imagine not being responsible for no other body or no other person. How much money will be put right back into your pocket? You probably end your debt real quick. You probably would buy the things that you want to buy whenever you want to buy it. You'll have the best fits. You have the best clothes. I mean, your hairstyle will be better than mine. Like, everything will be good. Why? Because you have that financial capability. You'll have different opportunities within jobs to move up or relocate and go different places and experiences different things. So being single has its benefits, and that was number 5, is better at work. Being single has its benefits, and those benefits come at a great price, right? So this is time away from building relationships. And what strikes me within the singleness is that Pew Research gives the back end, I guess you can call it, difficulties of being single, right? So Pew Research, which is also national data, you can go to pewresearch.com, I think. This is also based off the U.S. Census Bureau with national data. So Pew Research says 7 out of 10 people say that their dating life isn't going well. 7 out of 10 people. If I had 10 people in a room and I just counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 70% of people, 7 out of 10, 70% of people say their dating life isn't going well. Why? I've been single for so long. You know how hard it is to try to be single and this other person try to be single and then we come together? Let me say this again. If you're single put my drink down, hold on. If you're single for about 24 years, this person's single 24 years. Yeah, 24 years of singleness. I have my track mind, and that's not budging. This person has their track mind, they're not budging. That's friction. I don't care what anybody say. It's hard when you're single for so long to get into a relationship with somebody who's also been single for so long. Now, if you get into a portion of a relationship where you've been single and you're ready for a relationship, and that's one of the difficult people to find, somebody who's ready to be in a relationship, and you're ready to be in a relationship, then you most likely will be in this realm for compromise, and you'll probably be in this realm to come into agreement to come together for the relationship. Otherwise, you normally see this, and this is what the 7 out of 10 people see. I'm independent. I like what I'm doing. I'm having fun. I thought I'm casually dating. I'm out here having casual sex. This is perfect. I meet a guy. He says he's dating. I don't necessarily know that intention, but his intention might be, I want a relationship and I want it now, right? Within 2-3 weeks, I want to know like where we're at with things. And you could be the person that says, hey, I'm just trying to have fun. You're wasting my time, right? No, I'm just trying to have fun. So now you have that friction. As much as that you're good together, there's one person that wants the relationship more than the other person. So this person wants to chase you and you're trying to like, yeah, nope. I'm ready. I'm ready, bye. Bye. Oh, come back. It's a holiday. I just want to boo, skeet and skirt, toot and boot, dine and dash. I don't know, wine and dine, whatever you call it, and then just do our little thing and then go. I got you on roll call. But many people who are on this realm who really want a relationship don't want to be on roll call. I want a relationship. I don't want to feel like a body or a piece of meat, right? I don't want to feel like the only thing that, I'm able to offer somebody is sex. That's really one of, I don't know. I'm not a porn star, so this doesn't bring me no value. I'm not an OnlyFans model or content creator, so this doesn't bring me value. Doesn't bring me monetary value. I don't have any flagship to this. I just want you and only you, but I want to care for you as much as you care for me. And this person right here is just like, hey, look, I'm not ready yet, or you're ready for a relationship on this side, and this person's been through so much abuse in the past that it takes longer for them to feel comfortable enough to say, I want this relationship. And what I mean by that, for instance, this is for the guys. And when we talk about manhood and we branch off of this, I'll go deeper into it. So women need 3 things to continue within a relationship at any point in time in their relationship. And you can ask them this, and I can quiz this at any time. They need these 3 things. I call it CSS: comfort, security, safety. Period. So it's simple. The quiz is easy. If a woman doesn't feel comfortable about something, then she'll lose that safety. And if she loses comfort or safety, the relationship is over. I promise you, she's already plotted everything out. Girls already have it in their mind. They think quick too. Oh, well, I don't like that feeling. And they'll start asking questions, because as soon as they get that feeling, right? That's the key word, feeling. So if I don't feel safe, right, that immediately goes to security. Now I don't feel secure. If I don't feel safe, I don't feel secure. Once these 2 happen, she's questioning, she's plotting, she's watching your behaviors, your movements, your actions. She's seeing the things that you're saying. And if they aren't lining up, error, boop, 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 go, run for the start. She's going to plan to leave. She's going to give you opportunities to try to stay in the relationship. But if you aren't providing comfort, security, or safety to that lady, It is going south. I promise you. And if any woman want to join this chat, I could definitely add you on and we can go back and forth. And I promise you, any three of these scenarios, it will be easy peasy for me to just jot that down. So for guys, whenever you get in that relationship and you see that 7 out of 10 people, this is US data by Pew Research, you can go Google it, whatever you want. 7 out of 10 people say their dating life isn't going well because one, women don't feel secure. Women don't feel safe and women don't feel comfortable. For guys, it's different, right? It's different because for guys, we have different things that we bring into it. And it's not what I normally teach, because I have a certificate in this with 24/7 Dad after parenting. Now we're building relationships on our shoulders, love notes. I have certificates for this if you want to check me. But for guys, it's different, right? We want to be able to validate you. We want to be able to lift you up. We want to be able to empower you. We want to be able to feel wanted and needed, right? Whenever we hear a girl say, oh, I don't need a man, red flag, run. Bye. I'm not going to lie to you. The systems that you're working with, these computers, these buildings, these softwares, these roles, everything that's out here in this world, we've developed. So when a woman says they don't need men, your fan base, your likes, your viewers are all men. You would not be anything without a man. 100%. Facebook, created by a man. Twitter, by a man. Instagram, man. Snapchat, man. Cash App, man. OnlyFans, man. I mean, everything that you're doing today has been built by a man. So we try to provide some level of security, comfort, safety, fun, activities to women so they can be attracted to us. But these platforms, these avenues are not geared towards us. So we have to go ahead and deliver another thing to you. So the things that we have to deliver to keep a woman. This doesn't say, like, I'm not saying that this is what men need. This is what we have to deliver. Because at the end of the day, we're going to survive. I'm not going to lie. Men will survive. And we get the short end of the stick majority of the time. So when we say we need somebody, we normally say, I need a girl who will give me peace. Right? And that peace is just, sometimes I just want a hug. Right? Sometimes I just want somebody to say, like, hey, man, you did a really good job today. Majority of men get other compliments from men that makes us feel great, and less compliments from women. Now, there is a portion of men who are highly attractive that gets a lot of attention from women, and they probably might get 2 or 3 girls that are constantly on them. But at the end of the day, they would want somebody who truly values them other than for their looks and for their body, or especially for their money nowadays, right? Money is huge, financial stability. But men don't want that. At the end of the day, I just want somebody who's gonna really say they love me and really be there. Like, if you say you love me, don't act slime, don't go behind my back, don't, you feel me, talk nasty to me, don't throw shit in my face. Like, if I open up and become vulnerable to you, do not take advantage of that moment to turn it around and have me be more empathetic to you. I need some help here, and I just want somebody to listen sometimes to me, right? Because no matter what, I'm gonna go the mile for you, and that's sometimes how men are wired. But majority of the time that men get into relationships, they get beat down, right? And we're gonna get to that as well. So the last thing that Pew Research says, 63% of U.S. adults, that's men and women, right? 63% of U.S. adults said dating has gotten harder. And it's gotten harder because we now value our independence more than anything. Where in the third world country did we get these values? I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you how we got these values. I do know the past history. Women have been fighting this oppressive mode, right? They've been oppressed for so long, so now they have a sense of security, and they're still holding on to that oppression. And I'm just saying women in general, because US is based on generalizations, data is kind of based on generalizations and what have you, so we're going to keep that in general. No one's being oppressed at this moment in time. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't see nobody being oppressed. I don't see nobody fighting each other like that. What I do see is that one person really wants some attention and another person's not giving it to them. I do see that one person wants the other person to be empathetic, and I see this person neglecting it. I see one person voicing their hearts out, and I see this person not accepting it. That's what I see. That's where the war is. And if we look on social media all the time, you see a lot of people who seek validation, who wants to seek approval, who just wants likes and views. And I don't like, at that point, there's this song, I don't know, what's this song called? I spy with my little eye, a cutie I can get cause she ain't got too many lies. Something, 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 something. Da 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 da. Hey, oh my eyes. Right? Even in the lyrics, I spy with my little eye, a cutie I can get cause she ain't got too many likes. Right? She don't have to. I don't. We gonna keep it funky. Let's keep it funky real quick. Can we be hot? Can we be hot? Can we be real quick? Can we be honest, open, and transparent? Can we be hot? If you got too many likes on your stuff, a guy don't want you. High value man, I don't want you. You for the streets. If you posting ass shots, tit pics, I don't want you. I don't want you. I probably want to, you feel me, like, want to smash. That's about it. But I don't want y'all, because at the end of the day, a girl is a reflection of her man. So if you always flashy, showing that, man, gone somewhere. We could toot and boot, we can ski and skirt, we can have some time, but I don't want that. I don't want that. Now you do see sometimes, if you live that lifestyle, you have flashiness, and that's the best way I'm gonna say flashiness or freshness, where girls are open about their body. And I don't know if that's, I'm independent, I'm so confident. If you're so confident, confidence don't come from the body. Confidence comes from within. So guys who are high value, guys who will bring more to you, are looking at your character. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to a girl liking a guy, right? A girl's looking at the things the guys have, right? Have you matured enough to say you're no longer out in the scene every single weekend, every single night, right? You're not always out at the bar. You're done chasing the fast life. You're no longer, chasing hoes. You have your head on your shoulders. You're trying to get your money right. You're trying to get a trade. You're trying to learn more things. You're building yourself up for a family. Like, women are looking for things guys have. Like, do you have it or not? Because if you don't have it, I don't want you, right? I just seen today, I think, a post, and it was probably the most ignorant post that I ever seen. This girl had posted, I don't know what her name is. I'm going to call her shit out. You lucky I don't remember your name because I don't have a post. I'll call your stuff out. She posted, why would I respect a man who's broke? No, baby, you broke. Respect is given and earned. Ain't nobody care about that. Ain't nobody care about that. Men will take a broke girl and build her up. Women will not take a broke man and build him up. That is the truth. You don't believe in me? Talk to God. You don't want to talk to God? Talk to public men. They will tell you. A broke woman will be taken by any man and he will build her up. But a broke man will not be taken by any woman. That is a fact. So when it comes to manhood, because I got to switch the roles. When it comes to manhood, this is different. This is different. We're all geared for relationships and built for relationships. And relationships' main base is communication. So guys and girls are completely different. Completely different. All sidetracked and what have you. Women and men have serotonin in their bodies, right? And serotonin is a calming chemical agent that's within us. So if I get upset with you, and you see this with guys, if guys get upset, I'm gonna beat you up, right? They can get mad and serotonin gets bursted out and depleted. And then a few moments later, guys are cool. They're dapping, they're showing love, they're doing their thing, right? And that serotonin gets replenished a lot quicker. For women, if you ever seen a women, you know what they say? You know the beware of dog sign? women come with a beware of dog sign, because if a woman get mad, oh man, you might as well forget it for the end of the year. Forget it for the rest of the year. Just forget it. Why? Because her calming agent, that serotonin that's within her, these are chemical compounds that's within your body. Once that gets depleted, it takes at least 24 hours to come back, like just to replenish, right? It's 24 hours. That means I'm constantly talking about it. That means I'm going to this person about it. That means it's in the back of my mind. That means I'm never forgetting. I'm always going to bring it up. You pissing me off, and you piss me off more. It's back down to depletion, and I'm going off on you still, and I have less time to replenish. That's why, women hold grudges. Hey, you forget her birthday, you gonna know about it for the rest of the year. I remember one time, man. Let me tell you. I remember one time I dated my college sweetheart, Rochelle Marie Lefevre. Everybody in college know that I had this girl, right? Didn't date nobody. Been loyal. I messed up a couple times. I'm not a hypocrite, so I'm gonna tell the truth, the whole truth. So help me God. This is just like a simple thing, bro. Like it's simple. I told this girl, this is way before we even dated. I told the girl, we used to watch The Little Rascals back in college, right in my dorm. I told this girl she sucked, right? She sucks at, what was it? It was like, I think we played basketball. I told her she suck at basketball. She ain't an athlete. She ain't never let that shit go. That was back in 2013. It is 2023. This girl still bring it up to this day. If she hit me up randomly and talk about her dogs, because we had a dog that we grew up with, so I always check up on like, hey, how's Miles, right? He's a lab pit bull mix, and he's such a great pup, right? And I'm like, how's Miles? She said he good, but he's a baller. But you remember you said that I suck, but you suck at this. And I'll be like, damn, that was 10 years ago. Drop it. It's still there in the back of their mind. Why? Because they're not calm about it. That chemical agent takes some time. So guys, we replenish quicker than females. So this is something that you got to keep in mind. Our serotonin levels are a lot quicker to replenish than women, right? So that's one. That's one thing you got to remember as your manhood. Second thing you got to remember is that we have different bonding agents, right? And these are two key components when it comes to relationships that men need to understand. Oxytocin is a chemical bonding agent. How oxytocin gets released, I wonder, right? The first time you hear about oxytocin, whenever you're a guy, is probably when they give the golden hour after women give birth, right? Oh, it's touch, and she has the baby. Oxytocin is released. Oxytocin also is released through breastfeeding, right? Breastfeeding with the baby is a stronger bonding. So any person who does not breastfeed, let me tell you something. There are benefits to breastfeeding with you and your children. I won't go into that. That's under scientific measure, and we'll dive into that when we talk about babies and their growth and development. But that's another way. The last way to build oxytocin is storytelling, right? You can finally feel and connect with people, and it gives you that goosebumps. So oxytocin is the chemical bonding agent. So whenever you have sex, it's a chemical bonding agent that you have because it's a feeling of connection, right? And I'll call oxytocin like sticky glue or tape. And the reason I say that is if you have tape and you put tape on something like the wall or a piece of paper or anything, when you remove that tape, it still has pieces onto it. So it's another thing, almost like soul ties, right? I remove that, I still have you with me forever. And you continue to do that. You continue to do that. You continue to do that. That's why when guys talk about girls, we normally say, and I don't care, I say this, if no other guy, has this in the back of their mind, they say they don't care, they better care, or they're just freaking dumb and naive. Your body count matters. It does. For a guy, your body count to a girl matters, right? If she has sex with more than 5 guys, bro, I promise you it's going to be harder for her to get into a relationship with you. It just is. Because that chemical bonding agent says how many times I've been depleted from somebody, and now I got too much things that I've stuck to and I can't stick to you easier, right? So if I have tape and I keep on putting on something 20, 30, 40 times, it's no longer gonna stick. That you're gonna need new tape. But you can't get a new person or a new body. You can't ask for a second life. There's no reset button. This isn't Call of Duty. You just can't respond. You just can't. So for manhood, you got to understand, as guys, we're wired different, right? And because we're wired different, we got to understand the ways to respect and value women. We got to understand the ways to respect and value ourselves. And we got to also understand that we came first, right? Since we came first, we get the short end of the sticks, and we came first, we got to be held responsible for all actions, behaviors. Since we came first, it's on us. Don't believe me? Read the Bible. Read any Bible. Read the Quran. Read the Buddha. Read the stars. I don't care what you read. Read the Bible. In Genesis chapter 2, it talked about man before it talked about anything else. And in that book, and I'm going to play it out like I have it in my head. This is how I have it in my head. God made Adam, right? And I'm thinking Adam is a cool G. Like, yeah, bro, I'm cool, bro. Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm out here. And God said, I'm going to give you all these animals. You can name all the animals. I'm going to give you all these trees and berries. I'm going to give you all this land. I'm going to give you some water. I'm going to give you some light. I'm going to give you some darkness so you can fall asleep. Like, you cool, bro? You cool? Hey, man, you got all of this, but you can't eat from this tree over here. Right? There's one tree over there. You can't eat that one. It's not like God made one tree and then all the animals and he said, go ahead. He made the world, and he said, go ahead, have with it. And Adam being a guy, we're dumb. He's like, cool, brother. That's the only thing I can't do. Woo woo. And he went. He did his thing, right? And then it's the first time that they said in the Bible that something was not good. First time ever. God said it's not good for men to be alone. Keep in mind, in manhood, it's not good for men to be alone. That's why this is two parts. It's not good for men to be alone. A man needs community. A man needs a strong woman who has his back, who's there to support him, who is loyal, who has continued support of his beliefs, his causes, and as well as, in him. A man needs love and respect from a woman. Like, he values these things, right? And all that is basically fidelity. He values these things. That's what a man needs. So God said, all right, this isn't good. Let me go ahead, bloop, bloop, pop your rib. I'm a woman. And I promise you, I bet Adam was like, boy, Eve is the hottest thing on the planet, boy. She got all the things on her. Ooh. And he said, okay. Just like a man, she's here to help me out, support. Now we're together. We're good. Eve is just like any other lady. She likes everything galore. She thought in her mind that she was doing a great thing. She went to the tree. She talked to this animal who was like a puppet. Hey, you should get this. He's going to love it. She got it for him. It was a nice little fruit. She said, hey, babe, I brought you something. And Adam was like, oh, you brought me something. I can't believe you, girl. You the best. You the best, girl. You the best. You the best. The best I ever had. And he ate the fruit. And then he got knowledge, right? And he went stupid. And when he went stupid, God said, hey, look, Adam, where you at? God knows where the heck you is, no matter where you are. He knows what you is. He knows what you're going to do. He knows how you're going to do it. And when that had occurred to me, when I had hit it and read it, I said immediately, oh, Adam is dumb. Don't lie. He going to take his belt off. And he came out and was like, well, God, you know that girl that you made for me, man, she's so cute, boy. She's so cute, man. She gave me this fruit. And when she gave me the fruit, man, I started thinking different, and I put this little cloth on my thing because, it was just hanging out there, boy. It was just hanging, boy. And God was like, nah, bro, you're surely going to die, right? So it is a man's responsibility at that point. And the reason I say that is because God didn't ask where Eve was. He asked Adam, where are you, right? So men come first. And the reason why I'm saying that is there is a missing man crisis in America. We need men to stand up. I'm going to say, I don't care what they say. We need men to stand up, right? We need more men to be present. We need men to be dads. We need men to be mentors. We need men to be coaches. We need men to be men, right? I'm constantly seeing online social media and society that says, oh, you know, a man ain't a real man. This is a real man would do this. A real man. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. A real man? Do you know what a real man is? Do you know what a real man is? And this is coming from a lot of women. So basic statistics, and this is fatherhood statistics. If I ever measure this out, there's 18.4 million children that are roaming this planet without. And when I say roaming, they're living without. Okay, there we go. Is this still going? I think so. So there's 18.4 million children on this planet without a biological father, without a stepfather, without, you know, a mentor or coach within their life. And it's difficult for these children to grow with just a mom. Moms have it so hard, right? I can't raise all these kids and go to work. I don't have time, right? There's a missing man problem in our society. So we're gonna dive into that. I'll just hit the 40-minute mark. This shit just told me to wrap it up. So real quick thing for men, we gotta understand men who claim their manhood need to claim it quickly, and they're looking for these 5 basic things, right? So I'm gonna just say it with this: men need these 5 basic things, and this is what women look for, right? For manhood, and any man will tell you this: 1, brother man, you need a house, home or shelter. You need a place to stay, a roof over your head. You ain't got no home, you gonna roam. Take it out. You gonna walk real long bit? You like, take it out, bro. You need a house. You need some place to stay. And I don't talk about her place. I'm talking about your place. If you want to move into her place, get the fuck out. Just get out. That's not being a man. I'm sorry to tell you, that's not being a man. Being a man is her coming into your world, not you going into her world, right? She has to be able to come into your life and build a home. You got to build a house for her. So 1, you need a roof over your head, and she will create it to be what it is and what it needs to be. You have to be able to have freaking it, right? So that's the first thing. You need home or you need a shelter. 2, you need economic shelter. What I mean economic shelter, I mean a job, income, some type of stability of living. I mean financial security. You need it. I don't care if you work at McDonald's, flipping chips and burgers. Not chips. Flipping fries and burgers. I said chips. Could you imagine? Hey, babe, I'm flipping chips. Anyway, so you need some type of economic stability. I don't care if you a construction worker. I don't care if you cut hair. You need some type of income coming in to support you, and you got to be able to take care of yourself first, right? You got to be able to prove to yourself that you can care for you before you can care for others, right? That's that financial security. The third thing, you need food and water. I'm not gonna lie, you got to eat, you got to drink. What is you doing? I mean, you could DoorDash everything. I think it's cool that, you know, nowadays, and I don't expect this from no woman. Actually, I really don't expect this from no woman at all. If a girl says she could cook, I think she's lying. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm 100% think you're lying. At this point in age, I think women will do better in feeding for DoorDash or ordering out before they cook. You know, now if she says she can't cook, but she can see that another person can cook and she can learn to cook, but she says she can't cook and she refused to cook, that's a red flag. That's a red flag, blue flag, green flag, black and white flag, race car flag. Go the other way, right? You're going to get hit with the jail. Go to jail card. Skip past go now. Stay away. 100% stay away. You don't want, you know, somebody in your life that isn't willing to grow or isn't willing to learn, right? So you need that food and water. The fourth thing that you need is transportation. It's a crisis already around the United States. Transportation is huge. Not many people can get cars, that they don't have, you know, the means to get a car. You got to be humble enough also to take the bus. Nobody is too perfect for the bus. I just took the bus today. My car was in the shop. My car was in the shop getting fixed. I threw $3,600 on my car just to get fixed so I could wrap my car around. You know what I had to take to get my car? The flipping bus. It was the most humbling experience because most people were like, oh, I'm too good for a bus. I hadn't rode a bus since I was a kid. Ooh, shut up, shut up, shut up. You don't know what it's like for some people who go through challenging times that have to have a bus, and then they also have kids, so they got to catch a bus and leave an hour early and then pick up their kids and go to work, and they got to schedule their work hours different. Otherwise, they'd be late, and they'll be, you feel me, like, it's a whole bunch of factors. So transportation is needed. And the fifth thing that a guy needs, the fifth thing, this is a part of your manhood. Hold it down, brother. Hold it down. You need to have growth and development. Growth and development. What I mean by growth and development, what I mean, you need to read, homie. You need to pick up a trade. You need to be able to learn how to do other things than what you're just doing, right? Complacency isn't the way that you grow. Growing is probably serving the community. Go out and do something that's important or do something that's meaningful, right? You need to be able to grow and you need to be able to develop. When I say develop, it's learning new skills, learning new trades, you know, traveling, getting new experiences, learning new tongues, right? Learning how to dance. Oh, God. Boy, them hips be lying in the club, homie. Hey, them TikTok things don't work. I don't care what they say, it don't work. This isn't, I wish it was back in the day where we used to crank that Yankee. We really had to learn steps and what have you. Them TikTok dances don't work. It don't translate, homie. You can't just stand there. You got to be better than who you are today. So you got to grow and develop. So next week we'll talk about manhood in depth. Right now I hit the hour mark, so I'm gonna leave this with y'all. Hopefully y'all get it. Being single is pretty cool. There's a lot of benefits to it, but being single and going into the dating market is really hard nowadays. And being a man is different. You got to understand that women and men are wired differently. Women have a shorter way to replenish their serotonin. Serotonin is the calming agent within their bodies, and there's a lot of oxytocin that's being delivered within us as well. And that oxytocin is a chemical bonding agent, so it's what connects us together with other people, as well as, you know, other things. And oxytocin is built whether it's by sex, touch, breastfeeding, storytelling. It's a wonderful experience. So when we get into this next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m., we'll talk and chat about this. You already know what it is. One finger, one pinky, one thumb. I'm going to say for a little bit, anybody want to have any questions or if they have any comments, we here for it. That's a whole hour, boy. Yeah. So if y'all have any questions, throw it in the chat. And then let's go forward from that. If y'all don't, we gonna vibe for about a minute. And then we out. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's the first hour show. That was a mean one. I liked it. Yeah. All right. And if y'all had any other questions about the development or where you at in your relationships, y'all can go ahead and DM me. Y'all can go ahead and put it in the comments. Feel free to ask any questions whenever it does come to growth and development or relationships. That's just something that we do. That's something that we talk about. I talk about it mainly because I have certifications behind it, and this is what I do within the community. So I serve plenty of people when doing this, and it's real knowledgeable to understand your own growth and development, your own patterns, and why you act the way that you act, and why you are stuck in the different patterns that you're stuck in relationships. So hit me up, DM me if you have any questions. You know what it is. Weather Charles Lee Bay, you're listening to Well With The Mess. This was Singleness and Manhood. One finger, one pinky, one thumb, one love.